Jeremiah Agboola. I would like to welcome you to the stage. He is from Sweden. F5 is the company name, and he's the Application Security and Multi-Cloud Delivery Solution Engineer. And you will be educating us on how to secure and optimize payment applications and APIs in this new AI era. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Jeremiah. Originally, I'm from Nigeria, but I'm based in Stockholm, Sweden. So I'm going to be talking about how to secure and optimize payment applications in this era, because things has changed over time, as you know. So in this global economy, we all know that a single attack can actually cost millions, and not just in losses. We're talking about customer trust, we're talking about brand, reputation, etc. So the fintech has actually been experiencing huge increasing crisis of attacks over the years. And in 2020, the financial sector alone lost about 5 billion USD in fraud. Then pandemic came and organizations started to look for different ways to do businesses. But attackers took advantage of that actually, and now we have double digits in billions. Then we started to experience sophisticated attacks, and 2024 we experienced about 15 billion USD. But in 2027, it's estimated to be a whopping 40 billion USD. Do you know why? AI. This is going to be the next pandemic. So before the end of this presentation, we're going to be talking about AI adoption and challenges. We talk about the F5 solution portfolio. We talk about the top payment challenges and how F5 could solve them. Then I'll probably show you some customer stories. So they used to say, if you don't, okay, let me just say, in 2025, if you're not using AI, you're probably going to lag behind, because a lot of organizations today are using AI to make decisions, to make better personalized customer experiences, to approve loans and do all of those things. But attackers also have equal opportunity. They have easy access to AI. So businesses are not the only beneficiary of AI. Attackers has access to sophisticated tools as well. But the question is your infrastructure actually ready for the next AI attack? That's something I want you to ask yourself. F5 has a suite of sophisticated tools to mitigate this solution in the cloud, on-premise, in data centers, anywhere the app is running. That's why our mission at F5 over the years is to secure, deliver, and optimize application running anywhere, irrespective of where the application is running. As a matter of fact, F5 is the only security company that can actually secure application in the cloud, in the edge, and on-premise. So let's talk about the challenges that financial organizations are facing today. The topmost is the fraud and security threats from sophisticated tools. Then the pressure of regulation and compliance, and the complex payment infrastructures, and also when it comes to the customer's experience and innovation expectations. So in terms of fraud, payment information is actually the second most valuable data that an attacker is looking for today. And they will use any tool to get this data. Just last year, we discovered that disrupting financial services was the #1 on the list when it comes to attacks. So DDoS attacks was about 42%, and brute force and credential stuffing to take over account was the next, and other series of web attacks and API attacks. So, and all of these tools are actually damaging to brands. With F5, we actually offer a solution that is able to actually identify the difference between a good traffic and the bad DDoS increase in traffic. Also, we are able to inspect every transaction, every customer transaction, and we are also able to encrypt all of your customers' data wherever they're consuming those applications. So the end goal of this is actually to give your customers the trust in your platform and also to build a better reputation for better customer advantage. In terms of regulation and the pressure of regulation, at F5 we understand how hard it is to actually comply with global compliant EU rules. So at F5 we are able to offer the PCI DSS version 4.0, which is securing both server and customer data. Then in terms of DORA, we have like AI-powered threat detection. We have zero trust resilience. And also we are able to give you penetration testing, which is automated. PSD2, we also give you strong authentication. And with NIS2, we have like the penetration testing and observability and reporting, which is very important as well. Today, I listened to the first keynote, and one thing I heard there was they moved all their workloads into the cloud within 45 days. Yes, at F5, we actually understand how this works. It's actually very difficult to move workloads. It used to take 6 weeks to move one application, to migrate one application to the cloud. But at F5, we're making this ridiculously easy that you could actually migrate application in just 45 minutes by creating a mesh between your cloud and your data center. So this is what the payment industry or whatever industry actually looks like today. They feel like they have better option deploying application in the cloud. They do that. They are leveraging some foundational models in some other cloud, and they're using some cloud for other database, and all these applications actually have to communicate. But this is the sweet spot for attackers. Attackers are actually taking advantage of this communication because you don't have a 360-degree view of all transactions communicating within the site. So what F5 is doing, at F5 actually we call this the ball of fire. So what F5 is doing is simplifying and abstracting this complexity, giving you a single pane of glass to be able to have a full visibility of all your infrastructure and payment deployment. And this actually is reducing cost. So F5 offers like a hybrid and multi-cloud networking solution that gives you a more seamless deployment. And this is going to be lowering costs, securing all open APIs, simplifying complexity, and is actually environment agnostic, which means you can deploy application anywhere in the cloud edge very seamlessly. So think about deploying an application for just 45 minutes. It used to take 6 weeks. That is how good F5 hybrid solution is. And we give you a 360-degree view of all your application wherever they are. At F5, we understand what it means to have a customer breach. We understand what it means for your customers. Mostly customer leave, and this is damaging to your brand. So at F5, we provide you with a dashboard where you can actually have a full visibility of what your customers are interacting with, and also you're able to actually see the attack before the customers get impacted. And also we are able to make you forget about dealing with infrastructure and focus on innovation to create a better customer experience. And we give you also a full life cycle automation, reducing human errors. So all of this with rich analytics and insights, it gives you more time to create innovation and take a competitive advantage. Last year, F5 was named the top among our competitors as the leader in the WAP market. That's web application and API protection. We've been doing this for 30 years. and I can tell you that we are the leader in this in the whole world, worldwide. Today, we power about 50% of the world's application traffic. We mitigate about 30 billion fraudulent transactions every month, and we protect about 4.5 billion web transactions each day. Just in case you need to find a customer story that resonates, you can go to f5.com/case studies to find out about how we actually help in majority of the company. We actually have about the 90% of the Fortune 500 in our portfolio. So the advanced F5 AI tool actually is not only to protect fraud and threat, it also gives you compliance. It gives your customer better experience. It makes you to be able to deploy application to any site within any period of time, and it gives you the time to innovate, not focusing on the complexity of the environment. We take care of all of those, and your customers can actually be satisfied. So one part of our product today is actually offered for free, which you can always scan this code, or you go to our booth to scan one part of the product, to scan your web application if you have one, and just to see what vulnerabilities you have in your environment. So that is all from my side. Feel free to scan this, I'll keep it up. And you can always reach us at the Bacotech stand. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you, Jeremiah.